Hey guys, how's it going? Eli here, back with another video. Happy Monday, where today we're going to be breaking into seeing who was the lucky winner for our weekly giveaway, as well as going in depth in regards to Pokemon talks and the continuation of the overall market crash and the potential reasoning behind why it happened. Without further ado, let's just jump right into it. So for those people that don't receive my email, or didn't receive my email, I should say, I made a recent announcement in regards to how we're going to be structuring Monday videos. So we are going to actually be opening packs to start off the break for anyone who, or I should say the video, for anyone who wants to basically have us open up some of their packs on stream. And then after we've done that, then we will go and announce the official winner of the weekly giveaway. So for those people that don't know as far as it goes, how the weekly giveaway, first off, we've got 4 packs for Melinda. She ordered at Battle Styles, Chilling Reign, Fusion, and Shining Fates. So best of luck to you. But for those people that don't know, basically what we're doing is we are currently trying to hit subscriber goals, as well as trying to get you guys to interact more with the channel. Basically, for those people that do enjoy our content, if you are a subscriber, of course, leave a like down below on the video, as well as comment on what part of the video you enjoyed, or just any form of interaction as far as it goes. And of course, be a subscriber, as all these things do help out the channel a lot. And in return for this, you will be entered into a weekly giveaway. And then as far as it goes right now, we actually just hit our milestone. So our original milestone as far as it goes, and then here's some code cards for you guys as well. Our original milestone was supposed to be 250. We would be giving away before 250 we were going to be giving away 6 packs a week, and we just hit over 250. I think we're at 263 right now. My sub goal counter isn't updated, so thank you guys all so much for the support. I mean, it really means the world to me. So we're going, yo, let's go. Oh my god, we got an alternate art. That's so sick. God, that's your one and only Fusion Strike pack. That's so sick. Let's go. That's so exciting. Hell yeah, congratulations. But anyway, as I was saying, so we're upping it to actually 12 packs. Like I said before, all you got to do is be subscribed, leave a like down on the video, and comment down below as well. So one thing I will actually say, oh, and of course, you know, we post each video, we post 3 days a week. So each video that you actually comment on allows you to enter in for multiple entries. So you can enter in up to 3 times. So one thing I will say, and here can be kind of the overall question for today's YouTube comment, is would you guys prefer that one person win 12 packs, or would you prefer that we make it so that we have 2 people win 6 packs? That way that there's twice as many chances, and you'll still have people being able to get Pokemon product without only having one lucky person. And the reason why I asked this question mainly is because we've had a large increase of you guys start to leave comments, which I actually, of course, you know, I'm so grateful for that, and I can't thank you guys enough. So as far as it goes, with that being said, leave a comment down below on what your guys' personal opinion is on whether you think we should increase it to 2 people for a grand total of 6, or we should have one person get 12. And then of course, our next subscriber goal is going to be 500, where we will up it to 18 packs that we'll be giving away, and then continuing from then, so on and so on. So honestly, I can't thank you guys once again enough. It's really exciting for us to be able to make these milestones. All right, next we have 10 Fusion Strike packs, and then 15 Evolving Skies packs, thanks to Mr. Jason Crayons. Shout out to Jason once again. He was the one who won our Elite Trainer Box Fusion Strike last week. That will be shipped out to you with this order of your break packs that we're doing currently. So be assured that when we ship everything out, this is what will be a part of it. But yeah, no, I mean, that's kind of as far as it goes, what we're kind of looking to do in the overall growth of the channel. And one thing I want to come out and say as well, just so that guys, when you see how I'm going to be structuring the giveaway, since I, like I had mentioned before, am determining it based off of the 3 videos that I post. One thing I will say, just so that people don't get thrown off, is how I'm going to be running it is if you are entered in, sorry, let me slow down for a second. So I have 3 videos, right? I use a generator, as you guys saw from my last video, which was a comment picker. That is basically the way in which I'm able to do this. It chooses one of my subscribers that comment and liked on the video, which then allows them to be entered in, right? Woohoo! Let's go, Jason. That's a sick alternate art, or a full art. That's sick, my guy. So considering the fact that this week I had 3 videos, and whereas last week I only had 1 video, how I'm going to be structuring it is I'm going to be basically doing it 3 times, so once per video, and then whoever's name pops up of the people that commented, their name will then be put on a wheel, and there will be a, oh my gosh, Jason, back to back. Let's go. Dancer full art too. That's so sick. But their name will be put on a wheel. So as far as it goes, basically what that looks like is I put in for video 1, I put in random generator for all the comments. Boom, one person's name gets picked. Video number 2, random generator for all the comments. Boom. Number 2 gets picked, and then random generator for a 3rd video. And so basically once I've done that, I take the 3 people, and yes, your name can get picked twice, because guess what? If you commented twice, you have that opportunity to get twice as many opportunities. And then once I get my final 3 people, like I said, could be a duplicate individual, depending upon if they commented on multiple videos, then I will spin the wheel, and then you guys will see on that wheel who's one of the 3 people of each video that is going to be lucky enough to walk away with the 6 Pokemon packs for this week. So, and then of course next week will be 12. Like I said before, leave down in the comment section what you guys think we should run it, as far as it goes, whether it should be a you know, 1 person gets 12 or 2 people get 6. But now, enough of that. I'm actually going to continue breaking open this pack and kind of talking about everything in regards to today's video topic. Hopefully this doesn't distract you guys. If not, just have it be kind of background and you guys just kind of don't look at the screen, because I'm going to be talking while I do openings of these packs. Hopefully don't distract me. But basically, so for you guys that obviously saw the main topic, you know, the overall title, of course, once again, clickbaity title, everyone's favorite, I'm going to be discussing on why the market crashed. Now, you can say to yourself, Eli, we've already beat a dead horse as to why you said the market's crashed. We all know it's because of the reprints, or we all know it's because of the market manipulation, or we all know it's because of this reason, this reason, this reason. Well, here's the deal, guys. As far as it goes, this is not such a small topic, you know? Like, I can sit here and you guys can see my last, you know, couple videos. I would say the last 3 out of the 4 one have to do with the context of the market crashing. But the thing you have to understand is each one is its own different context in regards to the market crashing. One is, you know, opportunities in the market. Another one is talking about the manipulation behind Pokemon distributors, as well as overall reprints and how the Pokemon company run things. And then of course the other one is me just talking about how I thought the market was going to crash and how it looked like it was crashing. So as far as it goes, why it's a little bit different of this video is we're going to talk about more than just the reprints. We're going to be talking about other variables that a lot of people don't know about, or a lot of people don't take into consideration, which I think is very, 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 very important to discuss. So what do I mean other variables? So here's something that the main topic of the video is going to be. It's going to be over leverage, or leverage in and of itself. And so when people say, what is leverage, Eli? Oh my God, what do we pull? Let's go, Jason, Vaporeon VMAX. Sorry, I'll try not to get too excited and stay on topic. But anyway, so what do I mean by over leveraged? So there's a lot of things that people don't really understand in just general markets. So this applies to stocks, this applies to cryptos and other things as well, because let's be real, Pokemon market is still a market nonetheless. It still has its correlations and it still runs the same. Oh my God, I'm not gonna freak out, sorry. That's so sick. But as far as it goes, how it's going to correlate is it runs the same way in terms of leverage. So for those people that don't know, there's this thing called marginal trading on, stocks and cryptos and such things. And what is marginal trading? Basically, what marginal trading is it's where you take a borrowed amount of capital from a trading account, and then you use that borrowed amount of capital as leverage to be able to increase your overall percentage gain with borrowed money. So, and in return, as you hold these kind of, trades, the trading account will take a percentage of the amount of money that basically you have occurred in regards to how long you just, are holding that specific trade as like kind of interest borrowed. So obviously you're not trading Pokemon in the concept of like on a marginal trading account, but you also want to understand a couple of things. One, you have a lot of people that were in this hysteria of the market, and as crazy as this sounds, and you guys might think this is dumb, but this is just the reality of the market. You had people in the market putting tons of Pokemon product on their credit cards, saying to themselves, I'm just going to put money on my credit card. It's going to be okay. The Pokemon market is not going to go down. It's never going to go down. And so they just borrowed too much, which of course credit is a different form of leverage for the everyday individual, because you're able to take that borrowed money and you're going to use that borrowed money initially before you have to pay the debt off at the end of the month or however long your credit bill cycle is. And then they're going to use that to be able to buy Pokemon product on borrowed money and try and flip it or resell it or whatever that looks like. Then you have number two. Number two is the people that run the LGS stores, that run the online retailers. You have those people that did one of three things. They, one, put out business loans to start their own LGSs, and a lot of them basically were taking these, fat margins that they were getting from, oh, what did we get? Oh, Sylveon V alternate art. Oh my god, Jason, you've gotten an alternate art, a gold and a VMAX. Oh my god, and you've gotten so many good pulls. Oh my god, I'm sorry for getting off topic, but anyway. One thing I will say is if you guys also want to leave a comment down below if it's hopefully not too distracting, or if you'd prefer that I just open the packs and then make a comment that you can just skip to the overall topic of the video. But anyway, going back to it, as far as it goes, yeah, there's one of three things that LGSs do. One, they would take out business loans as far as it goes, and with that, they were taking in fat margins when it came to their product. And so a lot of the times they had product that they were able to sell really quickly. And then what ended up happening is you end up having these, huge reprints. And of course, what ends up happening with these huge reprints is the margins become to get thinner. And with the margins becoming thinner, then it's harder for them to move product. And since they have bills they need to repay back, then it's one of these things where, okay, what do? They have to flash sale product because they need to get that liquidity now to pay that monthly bill when it comes to their overall expenses from a business loan. Two, because like I said, one of three things. You also have people that did what's called pre-order borrowing. And what do I mean by pre-order borrowing? I actually, as a business owner, also did this as well. I don't think it's a bad idea as long as you're smart when it comes to negating risk. But pre-order borrowing is basically when you take pre-orders for a specific upcoming set, and you know that you're going to be getting the specific amount of product allocated. And then with the money that you gained off these pre-orders, you then use that capital to then fund other ventures, pay off other debts, pay off that in advance, business loan that you did take. Oh, that's a bummer. It's a black code card. That you did take in regards to your small, LGS store to be able to pay off a lot of your debts, or to basically be able to finance other expenses up until the release of that upcoming set when the bill is due. Well, guess what happens when a lot of people take these pre-orders, spend the money, and then as soon as it starts to become wave 2, wave 3, they don't have the money to pay for the product, and they end up having to once again flash sale a lot of their product because they no longer have that opportunity to be able to sell everything. Okay, so I'm going to take a quick little intermission into the video. So for those people, I'm going to flip to the other screen so that we can take a look and see who is the winner. So here we are for the three people. I already picked them out. Samonsuki, Mikey, and Giuseppe Boy. So you three guys are the lucky winners for each video, which means I'm going to spin this wheel. We have number 1, Samuski, Mike is 2, and then Giuseppe Boy is 3. Whichever one it lands on is going to be the winner of the 6 packs for the week. So let us take the spin. and see who the winner is. And the winner is 2. All right, so 2 has been selected. So congratulations to Mike. You are the winner as far as it goes for the video. So congratulations, Mike. Thank you so much for entering. And just so we can clarify, because Mike is obviously such a broad name, Mike made a comment from the Market Manipulations Pump for Profit. His comment that he made was, nice content, keep up the good stuff. So as far as it goes, Mike, if you would like to reach out to us at support@pokemartusa.com, please send us your kind of information in regards to where we can ship out to, or where would you like your Pokemon packs to be shipped out to. Again, that's support@pokemartusa.com. All the links are in the description down below. You can also go to our YouTube or our website and be able to type in your address and information in the chat box. But continuing back on topic. So obviously I just listed the first 2 things. And so the third thing I'm going to mention as far as it goes is, 1, I had said, obviously they took business loans in advance. 2, they took pre-orders where they leveraged a lot of their money. And then 3, on top of that as well, you had individual investors or just people in general that basically took those credit card loans, such as these LGSs and online retailers. And basically, once again, what ended up happening is they were over leveraged in the amount of product that they were purchasing, and they weren't able to cover because the prices were dropping so much. So for example, right, if my distributor comes out and says, Eli, we've got Fusion Strike booster boxes, we're going to sell you for $90, which this is an actual real scenario. And I'm going to be like, all right, $90 market rate's going for about $150 on, TCG Player. Great, that's awesome. I got good margins. I can sell it on my website for $125, be able to undercut the market and sell it really quickly, right? Then what ends up happening is all of a sudden the market starts to tank. You then take a lot of that borrowed money, you reallocate in other areas to invest in some of the reprints. But guess what ends up happening? These reprints crash faster than a lot of people expected. They cause the market to overall tumble. And what ends up happening is then you have these people that are like, deadline for Fusion Strike is coming out. I need to be able to take this money and I need to be able to get it quickly, because I'm not going to be able to pay for it unless I put everything on a credit card or a business loan, right? So then what ends up happening is they put it on that credit card. And then what ends up happening is they then have to put it, not only put it on the credit card, but they now have to pay off that credit card, which they have huge debt on. So you can say 1 of 2 things happen. Either 1, they missed their payments and they now owe 30-40% on their credit card of interest, and they're going to be owing thousands of dollars plus a couple extra $100 to $1,000 that they're now paying on their credit cards. Or what's going to end up happening is they're going to be able to make those on-time payments, but in order for them to do that, they have to flash sell everything because they know the prices are not going to be as nice of margins, but they need the liquidity right away, and they'd much rather sell everything at a break even or a small loss than have to spend so much money when it comes to paying back the credit card debt. So these are things that are very important. These are kind of the main 3 points that I think are very important is 1, business loans, 2, pre-order, kind of leverage, and then 3, credit card leverage. These are 3 things that a lot of LGS stores, as long as online retailers, kind of some of their tricks that they use when it comes to being able to leverage a lot of the money that they don't have, to be able to move around their liquidity to buy product when their pre-orders are not going out for another month or 2. Now, how, of course, does this pertain to the overall market? Like I had mentioned before, in the context of the scenario when it comes to them having to pay off these large credit card debts and so on and so on, this, of course, then causes a flash flood in the market. Because you can sit here and say to yourself, of course, reprints are playing a factor in all of this, but reprints aren't the exact reason as to why the Pokemon market crashed. Reprints, the reason why the Pokemon market crashed is you have a lot of reprints happening all at once, and all these reprints happening all at once that are requiring a lot of these retailers as well as local LGSs to come in, buy the product. And you can sit here and say to yourself too, well, why would an LGS go out and they would buy the product, especially considering the fact of the matter that they can't, afford to take the product because they don't have the money? Well, there's a couple of reasons why. One, because as an LGS store, especially if you are taking that business loan, you need to make money like that, and you need to be able to turn a profit. And so initially, when you see that the market prices are good, you're going to take that risk. And then of course, once the market crashes, then that's something where you have to offload that product because you don't have to play those, you can't play those games, right? So it's one of these things that they're forced to do. And then two, what you've seen a lot with some of my distributors, and I've heard from other people, their distributors are doing the same thing. They've seen the opportunity to increase the price of these overall waves so that a lot of places are buying these booster boxes for actually 99 plus dollars. And so it becomes very, very unaffordable. But when you're an LGS store and you're basically already upmarking a lot of things to cover the cost of rent and so many other things, it makes it so that it's very difficult and it's very hard for you to pass on this product, even if your margins are going to be razor thin. And some of the times too, you're sitting here saying, well, they should just pass on it, right? But you've got nothing else as an alternative to generate revenue. And if you're going to be sitting on your hands on product, or you're going to be sitting on your hands basically just not being able to sell product to begin with, you're going to either have those two options, which is flash sell your product at the last second to be able to cover the cost of rent, or try and sell the product at a decent margin before everything kind of goes to shit. Excuse my language. And these are things that are very important in considering, because a lot of people don't understand how these factors are so important in the overall effect of a market crashing. It's the over-leveraged people that allow the market to pump. It's the over-leveraged people that allow the market to dump. Because once there's that one trigger where someone posts something at a cheaper price because they basically need to be able to sell their product quickly before their credit card bill is due, before their business loan is due, before their set release is due when it comes to the overall prices, then they're going to sell it quick. And then you have other people that are doing that too, and then you have other people that are doing that too, and then it's a competition to the bottom. And then what ends up happening is those margins get thinner and thinner, and then there's people that are unable to pay those credit card bills, and then they have to pay those high percentages, and then there are those people that can't pay those business loans, and then they have to pay those high percentages. And then guess what ends up happening? Then you start to see businesses fail. And this is where it's the most important part. Then these businesses fail. These LGS stores go out of business. These online retailers give up product. And then what ends up happening is, because of that, I'm going out of business. I need to pay off my loans. I need to sell everything because I just can't do this anymore. I'm unsuccessful. I'm running a negative at a loss. And it's an unfortunate situation in the market, but this is kind of what happened in the '08 bubble when it came to the overall stock market. You had these, you had these adjustable mortgage interest rates that kicked in. People weren't able to pay these interest rates because a lot of people that were given the loans didn't even have great credit to begin with. And so what ended up happening is all these kind of interest rates that caused people to default on their mortgages then caused the economic bubble to burst when it came to the housing market, which caused an overall worldwide collapse. And so I'm not saying obviously, that this is the overall worldwide collapse in general, but I am saying from an economics perspective, in the terms of the Pokemon market, I'm saying the same exact thing is happening, but in the terms of retailers, local game stores, and so on, which is why you're seeing these flash sales kind of occur. And of course, this is specific to Modern, mainly due to the fact of the matter that Modern is obviously the current moving point of the market. It's the driving point of a lot of the hype and demand for the overall future of Pokemon as more and more sets come out. And then, of course, they're the ones that are at the point of reprints versus, of course, vintage sets are not. And so that's why you have a lot of these driving forces when it comes to the overall, pumps and dumps. And as much as people like to hate on Modern and say Modern is one of these things from an investment perspective you shouldn't do, from a collectability perspective it's not as good as older stuff, it still is a huge driving force when it comes to the overall market. And it's very important that a lot of people kind of get this and wrap this around their brains, because this is something that is very, very important when we understand why the overall market played a role in collapsing. Now, of course, you say to yourself, okay, so then what's the future then, Eli? Do I think that this is something that could continue on? Do I think this is the end? Well, think about this, guys. If this truly is a domino effect, where prices begin to collapse and you start to see LGS stores start to close, either one of two things is going to happen. Either a lot of product is going to shore up and allocations are going to be a little looser when it comes to the overall people ordering product, or what you're going to see, and that's going to cause certain stores to be able to thrive, or what you're going to see is going to end up happening is you're going to see that collapse kind of bleed into the overall lack of demand that is starting to accrue as less and less people are being able to purchase product because they're going back to work and unemployment's running out. Stimulus checks have been going on since September. People are going back to their everyday normal lives, and you're going to see not only people defaulting more and more, but then you're starting to see as well more and more product getting out into the market, and regardless of the allocation that you're going to be getting because of these increased defaulting stores and online retailers, but you're then going to see a lot of less product being bought from these distributors. And so in turn, what these distributors are going to be forced to do is take away a lot of their gouging prices that they're doing, and they're going to be forced to drop the overall price in which they're charging per booster box. Perfect example is my distributor was charging booster boxes of Battle Styles for $99 when the price was going for around 103, 108 at the time for the marketplace price at TCG Player. Of course, now it's gone to about $85. My distributor decided to drop it down to $88. Of course, that is still not an affordable price considering I can buy it for cheaper, but it wouldn't surprise me if they drop the price down to around $82 or even lower, because at this point, it's going to be really hard to move a lot of this product. And so what is going to be a huge component of a lot of prices going lower than the fact that you have these flash sales from a lot of places needing that liquidity or selling is the factors that our distributors are going to be forced to lower prices because they're not going to be able to sell the product. Now, this is where it gets really tricky. And we talked about this before, is the overall implications of inflation and how that ties into all of this as well. Because inflation has caused a large majority of product across the board to increase in price, you're going to say to yourself, okay, with that being said, the value of the dollar is not going to be as strong. Well, how is that going to affect the overall distributors if they're going to be paying? And of course, I don't know how much they're paying from the Pokemon company to get this product, but let's say that their margins become even tighter. Well, then at that point, there becomes a point in which there's kind of like a stronghold or like kind of, a gridlock where there's a certain price that distributors are buying the Pokemon product from their Pokemon company, and they are only able to sell it at this price because inflation is so high that they're not able to go any lower. And then you have retailers that are saying, well, I can't buy from these prices because the overall market price is so much lower than that. I'm not going to be able to get money. And then there's that gridlock, and someone's going to have to be able to move. Either the market's going to have to eventually go up in value because the product is not being sold because retailers are not buying from distributors, or distributors are going to have to somehow find a way to, turn it down, and basically the Pokemon company is going to have to make a move in either making it cheaper for the overall distributor to give the product to retailers, or you're just going to have this gridlock continue and the market is just going to collapse in on itself. It sounds like some very doomsday kind of stuff. It sounds like some scary kind of stuff. And to be honest with you, it's kind of because it is. And, it's one of these things where, once again, from an economics perspective, we've seen this happen before back in 2008, and we're seeing a lot of the same implications kind of occur recently. Guys, like the overall thing is, over-leveraged traders are, like I said, they're an important role in the market, both for good and bad, and they're going to be the driving force that's going to cause this, as well as inflation, to be an overall price point in which we see how low a lot of this Pokemon product goes. And so at the end of the day, like I said, the main topic of this overall video is going to be, once again, the importance from both a good and a bad perspective when it comes to leverage, and how it's playing such a driving factor in the overall economic collapse when it comes to Pokemon product in general. So I think it's a really good kind of point that a lot of people don't really like to bring up, or a lot of people just don't know about it, because it's just one of those things where people just know about Pokemon. They look at, how just overall markets work, but they aren't very knowledgeable in this overall aspect. So this is something I think that, I think it's good that we're talking about this so that people can truly understand this kind of thing. Because when you start to see people that literally have this mentality of, I'm just going to take these risky loans, or I'm going to take, all this credit card debt, and I'm going to say to myself, it's okay, I'm going to be able to pay it off because the Pokemon market is never going to go down, it's going to the freaking moon, then you're going to have a lot of these people that are taking way too much risk. And then once everything starts to collapse and they default, then they're going to be absolutely screwed, and they're going to have to flash sell all their product to be able to get everything to recoup all the paid expenses that they kind of made in regards to their overall debt that they accrued. Yeah, like I said, this is kind of just going to wrap it up. Importance of the video, talking about over-leveraged traders and just how these play in the market. But that is all I have for today's video. Hopefully this was an informative video. Obviously, I think this is really important stuff. I like to break down a lot of these things very in depth. I know it can be a lot of content. I know it can be overwhelming, but I do a lot of this so that you guys can truly be able to understand kind of the points that I'm bringing across in the context of, you know, why things are happening in the market, just so that you don't feel in the dark, and just so you understand, so that when the market goes back up again, or if the market continues, you're just going to be able to understand why these things are happening, and you're going to be able to, you know, make better decisions or make good decisions. Or if you are making good decisions, then great, just as a tool of information to be able to learn, so that you see a lot of the mistakes that a lot of people use by taking in too much risk and not being safe when it comes to overall, you know, business 101. And you know, a lot of people have been really wealthy when it comes to taking a lot of risk, and then there's been people that have absolutely gone broke because they took in too much risk that they weren't able to afford taking in. So, you know, important stuff at the end of the day. Hopefully you guys really do take some stuff away from this video. And then lastly, I would be remiss without mentioning it. Please make sure, for those people that aren't subscribed, to subscribe to the YouTube channel, leave a like down below, comment, as you will once again be entered into winning a couple of Pokemon packs. Either it's going to be 6 or 12. Like I said, we'll determine that based on if we're going to have 1 or 2 winners. Leave a comment down below if you would prefer we have 2 winners each week that are going to have 6 packs, or 1 winner that'll get 12 packs. All you have to do is make a comment down below on any of our videos during the week, our Monday, Wednesday, Friday regular videos. And of course, you can enter in by commenting on each one, giving you up to 3 entries at max. That is all I have for today's video. Thank you guys all so much for watching. I can't thank you guys enough once again for the support and seeing the growth of the channel. And just let me know your guys' thoughts on everything in regards to the video. Do you want me to obviously do these break pack openings before? Is it okay if I talk in between, do the break of the picker wheel? How would you guys like me to organize this? I want this to be the best content for you guys, organizing it the best, just so you guys are able to fully get everything and grasp everything that I'm talking about. So without further ado, that is it for today's video. Until then, I will see you guys on Wednesday. Peace.